Yo, Cosmic Storm 300 here. Today I will be showing you this kitty cat here. Tail, with my tail. Yeah, I got my tail. I'm going to be making some sloppy joes. I got the meat here. I got the Bush's baked beans. I want the maple and cured bacon, so I get the bacon flavor. A cheat. Bold manwich. Barbecue sauce. Liquid smoke. Applewood rub. Crushed red pepper flakes. And if I had it, I would use it. I would use garlic, herb, and salt, but I don't have it. Anyway, I'm going to be cooking this in the microwave because it's still not thawed out all the way. Just defrosting it some more. So that's step one. Defrost your meat. I'm going to put you on pause. I'll see you in a second. Okay, now after you're done defrosting your beef, however you do it, you start cooking it, of course. Get as much as you're going to use for the one meal. You're going to cook all the beef first. Grind it all up, and then I'm going to put the stuff that I don't use, because I'm not making one meal, I'm making multiple. But this pan's so small you can't cook it all right away. And you want it on high heat if you're using a hot plate, because a hot plate sucks. And temperature controlling wise. And it likes to shut off and turn back on. I don't know why. In the meantime, while you wait for it to kick back on and do some cooking again, I'm going to go wash another bowl, so I'll be right back. I found another bowl. Now you're just going to stir the meat you have in and keep chopping it up into fine pieces. So that way you can use this for taco meat, chili cheese meat, meat throwing in your ramen, whatever you want. You just got to bag it after it's done cooked. As I don't have a lid, I have to keep pounding and cutting it so it don't burn. But with a hot pad, that is a bonus. Beef won't ever burn because it doesn't get that hot. It just gets enough hot to cook the little pieces 160 degrees where you want it. Yeah. Anyway, I'll come back when I have the meal coming ready, when I'm about ready to put the ingredients in the meal. Okay? See y'all. Y'all have fun. Just coming back to update you. I'm getting close to with one of the meal things preps ready to go and freeze. And so this way the phone doesn't shut off on the camera and I have to re-record everything. Peace. Just showing you what you want your meat to look like. I don't think that's a good look. Why is it so pink on your side? You don't want it this way. You want it nice and brown. So keep cooking. I'll be back. Another pro tip, always drain your liquid a little bit if it's a 73 kind of beef. I think it was like 73-27 or something that equaled 100. I prefer the 80-20, but I didn't get it at Walmart, so yeah. With a true blue oven, you kind of want to try and get the beef pieces a little bit black, but not a lot, because that adds caramelization and flavor. But as I have a hot plate, I can't do that. See how good looking that beef looks? That's what you want. There we go. That's a better picture. Yeah, nice and a little bit gray. You still, like I said, because I have a hot plate, it's all going to be gray. Unfortunately. But on a stove, you want it a little bit burnt, so just kind of let it cook a little bit higher, on a little higher setting than what you had, and let some of the pieces get a little bit burnt, but not much. And you'll be good to go. I'm going to save that batch and then use... Depends on which one of these is going to turn out to be the bigger batch, is one that's going to be used for the Sloppy Joe mix. So I'll be back when I'm ready to mix it up. So you're probably wondering why I didn't season that first batch. Like I said, I'm going to be storing all this beef first, so I'm just cooking it right up and getting ready for it so I can just easily cook the next meal. But I'm also going to be seasoning the next batch here in a second, and I'll be showing you. But I just figured I'd give you an update why I didn't season it so you don't freak out. Oh, we're getting closer to the time to make the actual Sloppy Joes. Yeah, it takes a little while to actually prep and stuff and then do this cutting in and out on the video. But I figured I'd let you know. Anyway, it'll be just right up next anyway for you guys. Might be an hour for me, but might be right up next for you guys. So just be patient. Told you I'd be back, and now we're on to this next step. We're not putting in the liquid yet. No. We're going to flavor the beef first. Again, you want it the nice gray color with a little bit of burnt pieces in between. Not pink, not brown. You still want it brown, but it's a little bit between brown and gray because it's still going to cook with the sauce. So I'm doing my crushed red peppers first, and I'm just going to sprinkle in however much I want. I'm going to do that with all my toppings here. You don't want too much, you just sprinkle it in. Then you do a little bit of liquid smoke. This goes a long way. I mean a long way. Put a little bit in your cap, like 2 tiny drops, and you throw it on your spatula or in the meat, preferably in the meat. Either way, it's going to get mixed. temperature down to just a hair now. Now you got the manwich, right? Yeah. Good. Gonna take a can opener and open it. And watch the lid fall in, so you have to push it down into the sauce, left on out, throw it in the bowl, throw your can of sauce in, turn the volume down, not volume, heat down, and mix well. I like my sloppy joes thick. Others like it like soup, like chili. I'm not making it chili. I'm making sloppy joes. Now a little bit more of this. Not much. Let the liquid smoke again. Now you see this can here? I hope you didn't wash it. I have Devil's Spit barbecue sauce, but you can use Baby Ray's. You dump it in there. Stir it up in the saucepan. Add in more of this applewood stuff inside with your Baby Ray's and Sloppy Joe can. More crushed red peppers. Don't worry, we'll get to the Bush's baked beans here in a second. I need to put it all in here. This is why you turn the heat down, so the sauces don't burn. Add a little bit of that beef you had a little bit earlier ago because I used a little too much sauce because I'm going to need it for the Bush's baked beans. Mix in well. Now if I had bacon pieces that are already cooked, I'd throw it in there. We're not using this giant can. I'm going to store this, but we're going to use some of it. And you play can roulette with the lid and don't get cut by it. Make sure the can isn't out of date. Should have probably done that before I opened it. Okay. Weird topping look. Gonna just throw some of that. Oh, that must be the bacon. Okay. I take the can, throw in about less than half. About that much. You're like, Bush's baked beans and sloppy Joe mix? That don't make sense, does it? Yes, yes it does. Now, you're just gonna put it back onto high heat, put a lid over it. I'm gonna find a lid and put it over it. But I'll show you what it looks like right now. Fine. Nice and edible. I'll be back again. Probably could be a Terminator. While you're letting your meat mixture simmer, go ahead and put stuff away. About 10 to 15 minutes of it just cooking on the stove. You just sit there and wait about 5 minutes, stir after you take off the steam pad, because the steam is going to come back down and start cooking all those sauces and combining them all the flavor. And the reason we combine the other sprinkle flavors on the meat first is so it connects to the meat. Do you understand? When you have something with a meat dish, always season the meat first with powder form, then season it again in the actual liquid form. Once you get all done with all those mixtures and then did the stirring and stuff, your sloppy joe should look just like that. Nice. Now let's go get the toast made and then put it on bread. Final product, are you ready to see? So, the sloppy joe mix cooled off. Nice and sloppy on a sandwich. Usually they use a bun, but I like to use bread, wheat bread. Why in a bowl and not a plate? Well, it's sloppy joes. It's going to get sloppy on you no matter what. I would recommend having cheese slices on it, but my sliced cheeses are somewhere else. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably not the best one, but hey, it's my first attempt, so bear with me with the limited equipment I got. Yeah, very limited equipment. My bed's like right there. The wall's right there. And the kitchen is that. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy.